Up to 7 players are allowed on the field at one time for a same-gender team. In a same-gender contest, you must have 5 players to prevent a forfeit. Once a game has started, you may sign players in at any time. However, players must wait for a dead ball to substitute for players already on the field. All players must sign in with the intramural supervisor prior to participating in the contest.
For co-rec, you may have up to 8 players on the field, and you must have 6 players present, at least 2 of each gender, to prevent a forfeit. Acceptable combinations of co-rec players are as follows: 4 males and 4 females, 4 males and 3 females, 4 females and 3 males, 3 males and 3 females, 4 males and 2 females, or 4 females and 2 males.
There is no limit to substitutions in flag football, and they can take place on any dead ball after all penalties have been enforced.
The game will be divided into 4 10-minute quarters, and the clock will run continuously except for the last minute of the first half and the last 2 minutes of the second half. Halftime will not exceed 5 minutes, and each team will receive 2 60-second timeouts each half that do not carry over. Please remember that intramurals do not play overtime during the regular season.
Before each game, both team captains will attend a pre-game meeting with all 3 officials. This meeting is to review rules, emphasize sportsmanship, and answer any questions the captains may have. At the conclusion of this meeting, the officials will have a coin toss. The winner of the toss may select offense, defense, or to defer their choice to the second half. Please note that if you choose defense, the other team may choose to play offense the second half. In effect, this means you would start both halves without the ball.
Play begins at the 14-yard line at the start of each half and after each touchback unless penalties move the ball. Teams then have 4 downs to reach the zone line to gain at the 20-yard line. After gaining the 20-yard line, teams then have 4 more downs to reach the next zone line to gain, and so on until they score or turn the ball over.
At the beginning of the play, each team must be behind their respective scrimmage cones. The red or orange cone marks the offensive side of the line of scrimmage, and the yellow or gold cone marks the defensive side of the line. In a same-gender game, the offense must have 4 players on the line of scrimmage before the snap. Co-rec teams must have 5 players on the line. Only 1 offensive player may be moving at the time of the snap, and that player may not be moving forward toward the line of scrimmage. For the snap itself to be legal, the quarterback must be at least 2 yards away from the center. Snaps from the side and between the legs are both legal.
This is a legal snap from the side. This is a legal snap from underneath. This is an illegal snap because the ball was not snapped smoothly. Notice how the snapper's arms moved forward before he snapped the ball. This is an illegal snap because the ball was snapped directly into the hands of the quarterback. This is an illegal snap because the ball is not snapped in one smooth motion. Notice how the center stands up before she snaps the ball. This is an illegal shift because 2 players went in motion before the snap, and both of those players did not pause for 1 full second before the ball was snapped. This is a legal shift because both players that go in motion come to a full stop at least 1 second before the ball is snapped. This is a legal motion because the player in motion is heading towards the line of scrimmage at the snap. This is legal motion because the player running is moving parallel to the line of scrimmage at the snap. This is an example of encroachment because the defensive player jumped into the neutral zone prior to the snap. This is an example of a false start because the center jerks before he snaps the ball. This is another example of a false start because the offensive player moved into the neutral zone prior to the snap. After the snap, the ball is live. The ball remains live until one of the following happens. The player with possession of the ball is deflagged. A player who has inadvertently lost his or her flag is tagged with one hand between the shoulders and the knees. A forward pass falls incomplete. A player in possession of the ball runs out of bounds. A score or a touchback is awarded, or a backward pass hits the ground. After any of these events, the ball is dead.
There are no field goals in flag football, but teams may punt the ball on fourth down. When a team reaches a fourth down, the referee will ask the captain whether he wishes to punt or go for it. The referee then will announce this decision to the entire field. After the referee makes this announcement, you may not change your decision unless a timeout is called or there is a penalty. Then the process will repeat itself. During a punt, neither team may cross the line of scrimmage until after the ball is kicked. Please note that there are no fair catches in flag football, and a muff punt is dead at the spot where it hits the ground. In addition, we have a new rule this year. Punts that break the plane of the receiving team's end zone may not be advanced. This will always be a touchback.
This is a legal punt because no player on either team moved into the neutral zone until the ball was kicked. This is an example of an illegal punt because one of the offensive players crossed the line of scrimmage prior to the kick.
In same-gender leagues, all touchdowns are worth 6 points. After the score, teams may choose to try for 1, 2, or 3 points. If a team is down by 19 points at the 2-minute warning, the mercy rule will come into effect. Please note, if the defensive team intercepts the try, the ball is dead and the defense gains possession on their own 14-yard line.
Runners shall not flag guard by using their hands, arms, or the ball to deny the opportunity for an opponent to pull or remove the flag belt. Examples of flag guarding include, but are not limited to, placing or swinging the hand or arm over the flag belt, placing the ball over the flag belt, lowering the shoulder in such a manner which places the arm over the flag belt, using a stiff arm to ward off an opponent attempting a flag pull. In addition, defensive players may not impede the runner by grasping them. However, simply pulling the shorts or shirt of the runner in an attempt to pull the flag belt is not a penalty. This is an example of flag guarding with the hand or arm. This is an example of flag guarding with the ball.
The offensive screen block shall take place without contact. The screen blocker shall have his hands and arms at his side or behind his back. Any use of the hands, arms, elbows, legs, or body to initiate contact during an offensive player's screen block is illegal. Defensive players must go around the offensive player's screen block. The arms and hands may not be used as a wedge to displace the opponent.
This is an example of a legal screen block. This is an example of illegal contact committed by the offensive player. Notice how he sent the defensive player to the ground. This is an example of illegal contact against the defensive player because he used his hands or arms to displace another player. This is an example of illegal contact on the defensive player because he used his body to wedge in between the two offensive players.
In COREC, the term closed means a male player may not complete a legal forward pass to any other male player because the last completed forward pass was made between two males. The term open means any player can complete a legal forward pass to any other player. Every drive begins open. Illegal forward passes do not change the open or closed status of a down. To open the play back up, a legal forward pass must be completed for positive yardage that involves a female either as the initial passer or the initial receiver.
In COREC, a male may not be the first player to advance the ball through the line of scrimmage. If a female runs for a touchdown, or if she throws a legal forward pass during a play that results in a touchdown, the score is worth 9 points. If a COREC team is up by 25 or more points at the 2-minute warning, the mercy rule will come into effect.
Captains, please remember you must make a 100 on the Captain's Quiz before 2 p.m. the day of your first scheduled regular season game in order to remain eligible to participate and receive ACC points. Thank you for your participation and good luck in the 2011 flag football season.